see so many of you here. Lovely to be here. Oh, that's easier, isn't it? Lovely to be here, because you can probably tell from the little cocktails got going on of M&S, Estee Lauder and Desperation, I'm a mum, and it's great being out of the house. It's Saturday. I'm not doing any chores, it's great. I say I am a mum. Any other mums here? No one wants to admit it. I've seen some of these kids, yeah, okay. Mine is at that awkward age where he's too old for us to even consider adoption, but he's too young to cash in the junior ISA. And you know that third option of just like releasing him into the wild? Apparently it's very much frowned upon these days. So we won't be doing that. And also, it's not just because it's frowned upon, but also a friend of mine, she's moved into a flat, she found a mouse, and she didn't want to keep the mouse. So she looked it up, and she had to drive the mouse like a mile away, just so that the mouse wouldn't come back. I mean, have you heard about this? A couple of nods and hms. Yeah, so if you've got to take a mouse like a mile away, how far would I have to take a 12-year-old? So it's probably a good job that we get on, isn't it? So he's 12, I'm 50. And I like being 50, it's good. There are so many brilliant things about growing old that people don't tell you about. Like one of them, I mean, you know the game that some of you have probably played, it's called Snog, Marry, Avoid. Yeah, again, nodding, that's good. That's not a game. By the time you get to my age, those are just life stages. And my friend Sarah, she's going through her second avoid at the moment, and I'm just really grateful that she chose to stay in this country, because a friend of ours moved to New Zealand. Apparently there, it's called Fuck, Marry, Murder. And Sarah wouldn't cope in jail. So I'm really glad that she stayed down in Southampton, where she can cope with the whole thing. Another one, getting slightly older. I say I'm all right with it. Loads of my friends are anti-aging. Well, they've got lots of pots of things that say anti-aging on them. They're actually aging at the same rate as me, but they're just in disbelief. Never mind. I'm quite pro-aging. It's great. It was so good that when I turned 50 this year, I actually got a gift off the government. Now, this is something they don't tell you about. Yes, she's got it, brilliant. Hold it all in. And, you all know, if you ever get to 100, you get a telegram. No, I don't want one of them. When you get to 50, you get a little parcel through the letterbox. Got the nod. I love this. Other people, when I've told them about this, they're just like, what on earth? You get a tip, you get a little kit to test for bowel cancer. Oh. And loads of my family were like, oh Madeline, we don't know what to get you this year, you won't bother. No, the government knew. And it was great, because it's got like step-by-step instructions, what you need to do. Step 3, it's not just in bold, it's also slightly larger font, and it's capitalised, and it says, do not send extra. We were looking at this and we were thinking, oh my God, why have they even had to write that on there? And then we're thinking, well, because it comes like in a little prepaid postage envelope and everything, and so you think, yeah, the people in that post room, we talk about AI taking our jobs. I think the people who work in that post room that are getting extra wouldn't mind if AI did take our job. Because that's awful, isn't it? Yeah, so brilliant. I'm so glad that others of you have got that. My friends, they were just like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I've got something, yeah. I'm not making it up. But yeah, getting 50, getting to be 50 is great. There are other bonuses that come with it, not just the poo testing kit. Like, I've lost a lot of my sense of embarrassment. Or at least, I no longer have it. I've passed it on to my son. It's like, I like to think of it as being like an early idea about what his inheritance is going to be like. It's got no monetary value, it's quite pointless. So, well done Fred, you can have that. But yeah, the main things that he seems to be embarrassed about are that I just walking around in just my pants, walking around, singing along to whatever's going on in the background, like, whatever's on, like background music, wherever we are. And also calling him by the names that I used to use when he was my cutesy wootsy little fluffy bunny big boo baby bum bum head. So now I only do those things when we're in our own house. Another bonus, well, the government have got this thing about net zero. I've heard the phrase loads. I don't fully understand what it means, but I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with not using as much electricity. And we did it this winter. Every time Fred and his little friends looked a little bit chilly, just let them come and warm their hands around the menopausal hot flush of mummy's face. Brilliant. I mean, his friends don't come around as often now. But I mean, we saved loads on the heating bill, so that's all right. Another one that's probably going to be a bit of a bonus for us is that, as I said, he's 12, I'm 50. By the time he starts growing facial hair and needs to learn how to shave, then man, I might on as well. It was never anything that I was actually looking forward to, but I'm now seeing it. It could be like a bonding thing, you know, I could show him how to shave. I mean, secretly, I'm actually hoping that doesn't happen for a long time. But it could. So those are all really good things. The only downside I've got is sometimes like the perception that other people have of me. By other people, I don't mean you lovely people. I mean the cyber gods. The things that I get sent through to my social media account, like photos, information, stories, mini documentaries, all of this stuff, adverts as well. By the time I sit down to start looking at it, man, it's not doom scrolling, it's boom scrolling. These people, they know that they're advertising to a 50-year-old single woman. And I'm quite susceptible. So since February, I've bought 6 months worth of collagen. They came with a whisk. I booked a cruise, went on a cruise, that was lovely, but I just don't think that my younger self would have been sent that, the algorithm wouldn't have sent that to my younger self. We will never know though, because algorithms didn't exist when I was my younger self. So, just have to make a guess about that one. I've also learned how to remove an abscess from a cow's hoof. I don't own a cow, I don't work with animals at all, but for some reason the cyber gods think that it's necessary for me to know how to perform bovine veterinary procedures. And man, who am I to argue? One day they will be our overlords, I may as well start nodding along now. And also, there's no way that I can get rid of it. This thing that is in my digital footprint, or my digital hoof print. Once you've clicked on something, once you've watched something for more than half a second too long, they've made a note of it. I can't write to someone and say, oh, I'm really sorry, I accidentally clicked on this. They don't care. It's a bit like, you can't shake it off. In much the same way that a cow, once it's had some sort of infection, it will always be prone to lameness in that leg, and will also be prone to things like hoof split. We've got tonocrosis, digital dermatitis, interdigital dermatitis, all of these things which not only can affect the cow itself and its milk production, herd mentality, social. There's a lot of information I got down that rabbit hole. Really good though. I didn't buy anything, so I count that as a winner. If you would like to know more bad mum jokes, or you've got a cow and it's got an issue, but you don't have a vet, on speed dial, then I'm Madeline Fennell, Mum Jokes. Brilliant. Thank you very much to Will for putting this on tonight. Can't wait to see the other acts. Enjoy the rest of Pride. Woo!